what needs to happen is there needs to be a new conversation. I wasn't here in 2010. I didn't stand up and say that I'm going to do this for 2 years. So we have 4 new members on the council, almost half of our council, who wasn't here then. And how long are we going to continue to bind future members of the council saying a promise that was made by members that aren't here? First. Second, when it comes to overall policy, at some point, if we originally said that it was going to be reduced in 2 years, how did that all of a sudden morph into a progression over a 10-year period of a reduction of XYZ percent? Because that's where we're now going. So the original promise wasn't kept for whatever reasons, and I was here then after the 2-year period. Didn't make that promise about the 2-year period, but was here. We couldn't do it. We were in the midst of a recession. And at that point, the deal was done. So to now say, well, there's a new deal, and it's that we're still obligated to reduce, I'm not bound by that. And I want to be very clear about that. Now, what I am convinced of is that we need to have a comprehensive discussion about the energy tax and what it means for business. I do care about Hughes. I care about, MedImmune. I care about all of these great facilities, but I talk to them all the time. Jim Muir and I are very good friends, and he picks up the phone and calls me when he has issues. They're not always about the energy tax, let me tell you. And the interesting thing is that when business comes to us and complains about the cost of doing business in Montgomery County, it's not just about the energy tax. This council unanimously passed our increase of a minimum wage. Businesses said that was going to hurt, the ability for businesses to stay. Now we're talking about sick and safe leave, and they say that's the reason why businesses are going to move from Montgomery County. And when we talked about all these other things that we do that we think are good, sound policy for us, what Councilmember Berliner was saying when it comes to good, sound policy for energy and energy reduction. And they say that those are costs to business. Yes, we understand that. But we made those decisions and voted on those decisions because we felt it was the right thing for us to do. And so instead of just a knee-jerk reaction to saying, well, a promise that was made some years ago is the reason and the driving factor, let's talk about the policy. Let's talk about the policy of that. How do you increase taxes on business in one breath and then say, well, I want to reduce them in the other because I'm impacting business? Let's just be real. We understand that there's a cost of doing business in Montgomery County, and it contributes to the overall betterment of our community. It's what makes Montgomery County one of the best places to live. It is. And it's the reason why businesses continue to locate here and businesses continue to expand here. I mean, when you look at what's going on in terms of our business climate, sure, our commercial office market might not be doing well, but when you look at cybersecurity, when you look at biotech, continues to grow. So from that perspective, I want to be very clear. I want to have a comprehensive conversation about energy tax policy. I'm tired of having a conversation about reduction of the energy tax year over year by X number of percent. That's not a positive direction for us. It puts us and pits us against each other and pits so many things against each other at reconciliation time every year. As council president last year, it was a knockdown drag out when it came to determining what the right percentage was, and it wasn't based on anything. Whether it's 7% or 6% or 10%, it doesn't mean that, the businesses didn't say, oh, well, if you gave me 6%, I can make my bottom line. And so we said, okay, we'll give you 6%. That's not what's being said. What they're asking for is a total reduction. And if that's the case, then let's talk about that. And let's stop talking about all of these other things, that really aren't contributing. All they're really doing is making it harder for us to do what we need to do year to year.